Thanks for joining me today. This is Danny, and welcome to our lagoon. Welcome back. If you saw my last video, you'll notice that the city has grown quite a bit since then. I've done quite a bit of sort of off-camera work. It was kind of unintended off-camera work because I had intended on putting out a video, but somehow my video got corrupted. So a lot has happened since the last time we met. This whole area over here on this side of the neighborhood is all brand new. We've got an office park over here and a whole new residential neighborhood. I also finished out this office park over here, our little suburban curvy parky kind of office park anyway. And I think we expanded on this as well. So mostly it was all about population growth. Oh, and I also did this, and we'll actually dig into that in this episode. Our population went from about, I think it was around 18 maybe. Yeah, it was about 17,000. So we're now at 23. And I would like to get to the 32,000 milestone. That's kind of my goal in this session. So a lot of what I'm going to be doing here is just going to be about filling in space and making some nice looking neighborhoods, but mostly it's just going to be about population growth today. And of course sustainable population growth, that our traffic, having the traffic network that can handle it and all that. So I started out making this, and right now we've got demand for commercial mostly and a little bit of residential. I made this little infrastructure here for a nice little riverside neighborhood. Got a little park in the middle here. These are one-way roads kind of splitting around. It's almost kind of like a roundabout sort of thing. And I've got my little paths, which I always like to do. This is actually a plopped park, and so is that. And so is that, and then I created paths connecting them all, and a little bit of commercial. So I think what I'm going to do here is continue zoning some commercial along the edge, and try to bring that demand down a little bit. And I want to try to get the residential demand up further by creating more commercial and other things that will make the town desirable for residential. So far everything is working out pretty well. We've got 23,000 people in the city, and the city has some nice character, some nice interesting neighborhoods. We've got our little tourism district over here on the lake, which we haven't named yet. And we have our little what did I call this? Palm Hills neighborhood, which is my favorite so far. And then we could probably call this the Palm Hills Office Park. I've been doing a lot with curvy streets, especially kind of on the outskirts and stuff, because I think that it gives a character. It also discourages through traffic in the neighborhoods. But once we start getting into our high density development, I'm going to be doing a lot more grids. In fact, once I reach 32,000 people, I plan on purchasing this plot. And there's going to be a lot more high density in that area. But for now, I'm going to stick to lower density and some nice curvy streets and stuff. I'll probably do a mix of kind of grid and curves and stuff, just to make it interesting. I may expand this office park over to this side of the highway. My only reservation with doing that is whether or not this intersection is going to be able to handle the traffic. Of course, the key to traffic is intersections. It's all about intersections. I mean, you can upgrade your roads to 4, 6, whatever, however, you could have 50 lanes, and it doesn't matter if there's bottlenecks at the intersections. But it doesn't appear to be a lot of traffic here. Let's see what this looks like. No, actually, it's just fine. There's a lot of traffic at the train station, though. 248 passengers per week. 74. So the trains aren't filling up, so that's still handling the capacity. Come on, Let me click that X. There we go. Okay. This part is also going to be high density in the future, and then I'm going to have kind of suburbs wrapped around it. And same over here. Oh, we have problems with power? Oh, we do. Okay. So why don't we put some more commercial here? Now let's do the... I'm going to zone a lot at once, and what's going to happen is we're probably going to end up with a lot of people, a lot of industry complaining about not enough workers. So hopefully our residential demand will go up right away, and we can start doing some big residential zoning right away. Actually, why am I doing this? I should have done this. Be a lot faster. Actually, I'm going to keep it off of that main road for now. Oh, what's going on here? Nothing. That's fine. Actually, come to think of it, I think I'm going to connect some of these roads. So we're going to have to kind of curve this way and then come back in. There we go. We'll see how what kind of traffic we get across that. Hopefully it won't be too much. Alright, it's all about growth right now. Let's make this residential as well. And then I need to figure out where I'm going to do my next commercial district, because we're going to need a lot more commercial. Maybe I'll do this street. Oh, I actually never finished this one. Alright, here's an easy one. Already set up for us. Throw our residential in here. Alright, I'm going to put an elementary school there, and then, just so that the services go through better, I'm going to add another connecting road here. Or not connecting road, but another local road. And then do the same thing here. Another kind of curve to the edge. Sure, that works. Just let's hope people don't use that path. I think I just saw somebody complaining about crime over there, so we'll put a little police station over here. I think the rest of our town is doing okay. Alright, back to education. How about high school? High school is okay for now. We're gonna have to build another one soon to reach the fringes. So the hospital is $2,400 a week. These guys are only $400 a week. So we would have to create 6 of these to cost the same as the hospital. So we're probably better off using these small ones right now until our population density is such that the clinics can't serve enough much. Oops. Lots of upgrade noises. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see how our tourism is doing. Tourism. 138 tourists per week. Not bad for a little town. A little city. It's kind of scattered all over the city, but definitely concentrated in our tourism district. I do a little bit of off-camera, just kind of busy work, zoning, that sort of thing. Probably going to create another neighborhood up here. And maybe over there. I'm just going to kind of fill in some of the space on the map. And then I'm going to start thinking about what I want to do with this area. I'm thinking about having kind of another separate, kind of a self-sufficient little suburb up here for the time being. Maybe a fun little curvy thing in the woods here, and a little commercial district. Alright, I've got part of the infrastructure of this neighborhood ready to go. Gotta do the pipes. Should have done this part off camera, but here we go. Pipes. Ready to do a bunch of zoning. So population is growing slowly. In fact, it actually just started dropping a little bit. I've decided I'm going to do some commercial in this area, kind of extend this commercial district here. But I don't really want it there. Let's see. And I'm going to make this an office area. And then this will, of course, be residential. So while we're waiting for the demands to balance out a little bit, I'm going to add some parks. We have a lot of park neglect in certain parts of the city, like our new neighborhood over here. In our little office park here, I'm going to add... I'm going to actually throw some unique buildings over here. And we'll surround that with some commercial. And then maybe throw a little plaza or something in the middle here. Do our plaza with picnic tables, place for people to go while they're working or while they're on break from work. We'll put a little path. Wonder if that'll connect. We'll just put a path across here. So I need to figure out how to bring up the residential demand because it's low. I'm thinking maybe having parks in the neighborhoods might help. I'll try that. Let's see, what kind of park can we put over here? Oh, we have our Japanese garden. I haven't used this yet. In fact, I haven't seen it until now. Not sure when that showed up in my inventory, but let's see, where is the nearest park? Over here. Let's put this up here. And as always, I'm going to put in my little paths. We've already got people running around in there. Oh, weird, look how it conformed to that hill. That's cool. So that's the Japanese garden. I think this was for signing up on the mailing list, the thing they called the petition. Houses here. I'd like to put some high density residential in there, but I don't know if the traffic can handle it, or if the streets can handle the traffic. Let's see how we're doing here. Oh, actually we're doing fine with traffic in here. Let's just throw a little bit more. This section. And there. And there. And I might expand this office park a little bit. Come out this direction. Look at all that traffic on the highway. This is a bustling city. Sure, why not? And a plaza with picnic tables, we'll stick that. Right about there. There. And it actually looks like we should throw another road in here too. We'll do a cul-de-sac right here. With a little path at the end. Hate to destroy that building that's just upgrading, but I'm going to anyway. Alright, our residential demand is finally starting to go up. Maybe we can build a little more over here. Oh wait, we still have this area to fill in. Okay. Let's see. Alright, we're finally almost there. 31,857 people. It's taken a lot for me to get those last couple thousand. Population keeps dropping, but I've added lots of new neighborhoods. Most of them are pretty similar. Basically surrounded by connecting roads, my grid of connecting roads here. I kind of filled that in. Put some local streets in the middle, and usually parks somewhere in each kind of square, with, of course, my favorite little paths connecting the parks. So I've added quite a bit of population today. And oh, there we are! Yay! We finally reached population of 32,000. So we can get our new area, which I'm most excited about. We can also do a harbor. And a cargo harbor. See, our next, and we'll be able to get a new one, another area at our next one too. That'll be at 42,000 people, so just another 10,000 people. And we'll have to do that next time. But in the meantime, I'm just going to show you real quickly what we got done today. I extended this office park quite a bit, so it's now a pretty large office park. A very large suburban office park. Added a official park. I have a little park area over here with the parking lot and the plaza. And I also added some high density residential over here, along with a little bit of high density commercial right off the highway. So we've got a little bit of a corridor here. High density corridor right by our office park. So this is our, what are we calling this again? Our Palm Hills suburb out here. got a lot of traffic on this road, so I may have to do some tweaking and upgrades. And I haven't done anything here in our tourism district yet, or today, but it's doing pretty well. I did add a bunch of high density residential in the middle of our Palm Hills suburb, and so far the streets seem to be handling the traffic pretty well. This is one of two main connecting roads, and the other is over here. Now these are getting a little stressed, and it's certainly not the most well-designed area here, so I might think about what I want to do over here. Maybe create a roundabout there or something. There's no problems. The traffic is flowing, but it could be, as the city grows, it could be a problem in the future. And of course we have the usual stress at the main intersections in town. I did expand some of these to 6 lanes right at the intersections. I didn't do that here. And this turns out to be one of our busiest streets. It's actually a mostly residential street that I eventually, it started out as just a local street, and I eventually turned it into a connecting street because there was so much traffic on it. We've got a lot of problems over here. Land values, fire. And I thought I just saw him saying something about noise too. So let's see. This is where we started today. As you can see, this area has grown quite a bit. It was mostly empty space with this park in the middle, and now we've got a huge neighborhood wrapping around it, and our little commercial district in the center. These 3 blocks here are all brand new, as well as this one. I haven't figured out. We'll see. I mean, so far the streets are handling the traffic okay, but I've got the start of a connecting street here, but I haven't quite figured out how what I'm going to do. I guess it all depends on what I end up doing with this area over here. If this connects to that area, or maybe it just loops around here and maybe bridges over this and connects down here to this connecting street. I don't know, we'll see. And we're still having problems with workers at these tree farms. It's just the tree farms now, and actually just a little bit with the agriculture farms. I don't know what it is with the tree farms, but people just don't like working there. It seems. The only time that they don't complain about not having enough workers is when the unemployment is high. Now right now the unemployment's going to be low probably because our residential demand is high, and the other 2 are relatively low. Yeah, 4% unemployment, 17,000 jobs, 15,000. Yeah, so it's always the tree farms that get hit first whenever there's not enough workers. So so we do need to zone a lot more residential. But now that we can buy this plot down here, I'm going to start getting into a lot more high density zoning, which will kind of help us to solve, because we're getting into a suburban sprawl situation here where we're filling up all the land with low density and running out of room, and of course it puts a lot of stress on all the roads and stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna start downtown next. So overall it was a successful day today. It was pretty much all about population growth, so I didn't really do anything terribly interesting. It was just a lot of zoning and building new neighborhoods and making sure we have services, schools, and all the usual stuff. And trying to solve this little problem over here. I don't know, I might just get rid of those tree farms eventually, but we'll see. But you know what, if it isn't the tree farms, it'll probably be something else. So I don't know, maybe it's good that we have the tree farms here as kind of a buffer, so whenever our employees run low, the tree farms take the hit and then the commercial doesn't, because we don't want the commercial taking the hit because it's a tourist town. More or less, that's kind of where I don't know. I'm not really sure if that's even where most of our revenue is coming from. I wonder if we can find out. Taxes. Boy, I have my taxes kind of low. So we've got 57,000 coming in from low and high, 65. Okay, so we only have 18,000 or 13,000 coming in from commercial, 283,000 from tourists. So I guess it's not really a tourist town, at least not yet. Not yet. Let's see. But our commercial income is definitely higher than our income from, you know, industry. And our office income is actually much higher than industry, so I guess it's not a big deal if our industry takes a little bit of a hit, but it's mostly our citizens who are spending money here. So when I build downtown, I am definitely going to have tourism in mind. I'm going to build a lot of the unique buildings, and certainly make the traffic, or make a robust enough traffic grid so that it can handle a lot of tourism traffic. And we'll have the train running down here, and eventually, of course, we'll have subways as well. So, let's see, where can we zoom in now? This is probably our newest, most interesting thing that was done today was this little district over here. Our Riverside neighborhood, which actually has a mix of all the zone types. Where'd that little park go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Ah, it's so noisy. So noisy here. The parking lot is being used quite a bit. Visiting car park with benches. Fashionable fashion shop. Basketball courts. Car park with benches. Okay, well anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like. And if you want to see more, please subscribe and you'll find out when all my next videos are coming out. So, and if you have any ideas or comments, please leave them, because I'm always interested in what you have to say. It's kind of cool here, little transportation network. So, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.